Hi guys, welcome to my first ever beauty makeup tutorial video thing. I am going to be teaching you how to do kind of an everyday look that I've been doing a lot lately. So let's get started. I'm going to start like all the way over here. I have my moisturizer. This is Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. And I like this stuff a lot because it fights your acne while it's moisturizing your skin. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. Okay, so now I'm going to start out with some primer, and this is e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. I'm just going to do 1 squirt of this and just apply it all over. Okay, I'm actually going to be I'm not using foundation today. I'm going to be using some BB cream, and this is L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. How very fancy. This is not a very popular BB cream. Everyone is all hyped up about Maybelline and Garnier, but personally I think that L'Oreal is just as great. I've got some redness on my nose, and after putting on the BB cream it tones down that redness a little bit and it kind of evens out my skin tone. Okay, so next I'm going to go on to my concealer. For any acne I'm going to use this nice light kind of beigey concealer. This is CoverGirl. But then for under my eyes I'm going to go with a more orangey color, because you want to always think of your color correcting. And an orangey color underneath your eyes will help get rid of any blue tones. And then a concealer brush is really little for this, so I'm going to use a full-on foundation brush. Okay, so now I'm going to use a little bit of mineral concealer with a fluffy concealer brush. And this is in the shade Warm, so it's a little bit orangey. See if I can kind of show you the shade that it is. It's got kind of an orangier look to it. And then under my eyes, the last thing I'm going to do is put on a little bit of pressed powder. And this is CoverGirl powder. And then I'm going to go over with a powder brush and just powder my face a tiny, tiny bit. I'm not going to use a lot because, well, you'll see why in a second. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to break a beauty rule. And that people always tell you never put liquid on top of powder because it'll cake. It actually doesn't. I promise you it doesn't. I'm going to take a little powder brush, but then I just kind of dab a little bit of CoverGirl BB cream onto my hand. And the reason I use this, it's going to give a nice dewy finish. I'm just going to apply it like at the temples, on the cheekbones, down the nose, and a little on the chin. So now we're done with our skin, I'm going to move on to the eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this Too Faced eyeliner in Perfect Moss, and I'm just going to line my bottom waterline. And the reason I'm using Perfect Moss instead of Perfect Black is because my eyes are hazel. If you have light blue eyes, get one of those CoverGirl like Shadow Blast stick things. Get the one that has this really nice light blue, like kind of a Tom's colored blue, and that'll make your eyes look really, really good. And then I'm just going to line the top waterline with some Maybelline Definer Line in Ebony Black. Let's go ahead and move on to our eyeshadow. You can either use foundation. I use CoverGirl foundation, or you can use an eyeshadow primer. I'm going to be different and use an eyeshadow primer today. This is a hard candy eyeshadow primer. I'm going to get just a little tiny bit. You don't need a lot. And I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid. So now I'm going to take my eyeshadow quad, and this is an e.l.f. quad. Typically I don't like e.l.f. eyeshadow, but I like this one. This one is called Nuavu Naturals. I don't know if that's how you actually say that word, the Nuavu. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's just how I'm going to say it because I don't know how. So I'm just going to take, this light orange shade right here, and I'm just going to apply that onto my eyelids, kind of up into my crease. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and take the darker orange shade, this one over here on the side, and I'm going to apply that up into my crease a little bit. I'm going to take this white eyeliner pencil and go on the inner corners of my eyes, and then just use my finger and kind of blend it out a little bit. You could use a brush if you wanted to, like a little angled eyeliner brush, or a stiff eyeshadow brush, whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to take the same quad, and I'm going to take this kind of almost icy bluish color right here on this side. And I'm just going to take the same brush. This is an e.l.f. Eye defining brush. I'm just going to take this color and just kind of bring it into the inner corner just to brighten that up. So now I'm going to take my Maybelline Define-A-Line, and I'm just going to line the top lash line with it. I'm going to go a little thick. So now I'm going to take my angled eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to drag it along the line and just smudge it a little bit. Just kind of smooth it out. I'm going to take some black eyeshadow. This is a Victoria's Secret quad. You can't really see the colors. It's a Victoria's Secret quad that I got a while ago, and they don't make it anymore. This was called In the Moment, but I love this black because it's a really nice matte black. I don't think this is like the mattest black I've ever seen. I like it a lot. I'm going to add a little bit of color to my eyelids. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this Almay Trio. This is the Intense Eye Color Shimmer Eye Kit Trio for browns. So I'm going to take this pink shade right here on the bottom, using the exact same brush that I've been using, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of this right to like the middle like lid crease area, right here above that eyeliner. And then I'm going to go back to my angled eyeliner brush, or you could use a shader brush, a smudger brush, you can kind of do whatever you want. But I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to bring it in the inner corner, or sorry, the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm just going to bring it just a really, really thin line into the crease. It's going to be like a subtle cut crease, but not really. Because it isn't really, it's not going to extend up. It's just going to be this little line right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean blending brush. I'm going to make sure it's nice and clean. Doesn't have anything on it, and I'm just going to use that to blend. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the same color. So I don't know if I mentioned which color I used. I used this kind of like dark purpley brownish color. I'm going to use the same color that I just used for my crease, and I'm just going to take it underneath my eyes like this. If you get too thick of a line, it's really, really easy to just kind of take your finger and just kind of blend it outward, and that'll make it just a little bit smoky. And then you can just kind of bring in any more that you need. I do not recommend using eyeliner for this. I tried it. I tried using a Victoria's Secret purple eyeliner, but it really just made way too thick of a line. I recommend using the eyeshadow because I think it gives a more smoky look, and that's what we're going for here. We don't want it to be like, hello, I'm wearing eyeliner. We want it to be like just really smoky and kind of natural looking. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I have my eyelash curler, and I'm just going to take it. I know if you haven't used one of these before, they're kind of tricky. You've got this little like hole right here, and you're going to just get your eyelashes in there and just squeeze this part together. And I just want to kind of push it up into your crease like this. And then let go. You don't want to pull it like all the way up like that, because that's going to like tear your eyelashes out, and that would hurt really bad. So you're just going to push it in like this, and then just pull it. See how I'm kind of like extending it upward like this. And you want to squeeze it, of course. So now I'm going to move on to my first coat of mascara. And this is the Maybelline Grit Ash Mascara. I like it because of its brush. Its brush is really, really nice, and like it's got this like bigger part on this side and the smaller end. So what I do is I just kind of take the brush, and it really emphasizes the length. The thicker part of the brush really pushes your eyelashes up. So they're really, really good. And then I'm just going to use the smaller end, like this little end right there, and I'm just going to pull that along my lower lashes a little bit. So now I'm going to go over my top lashes with some CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. So the Maybelline is how I get my length, and then the CoverGirl is how I get my volume. And I've talked about this in a blog post before, of what 3 mascaras I use to get my eyelashes to look so like big. And this is what I do. And then on the bottom, I'm going to use some NYC Showtime. And this stuff, people would say it's a really bad mascara because it isn't volumizing or lengthening at all. And that's what I like about it for bottom lashes, because it isn't going to give you spider lashes. So next I'm going to do my lips. You're going to call me crazy for doing this. I promise you are. I have here a stiff eyeshadow brush. This is the Ben Nye FB7. Really, really stiff. And I'm going to shake. Are you ready for this? I'm going to take some e.l.f. Mineral Blush. Yep, you heard me. I'm doing blush on my lips. You are going to think that I'm crazy, but when you try it, you are going to love it. And then I'm just going to apply it straight on. And the key is that you have to have a wet brush. You don't want to use a dry brush. If you use a dry brush, it doesn't work. gives you a really good, like, it has kind of a brownie undertone. This blush is in Rose. It's not made to look like a pinkish magenta. Like, it isn't supposed to look like my fingernails, you know? Like, this is supposed to look like a really natural but dark blush. So that's why I like using it on my lips. And if you ever get a blush that's too dark for your skin, don't throw it away. Just use it on your lips and you, like, make a new lipstick. The last thing I'm going to do, just to make this look a little bit less matte, I'm going to take some lip gloss. This is just some generic lip gloss that I found at H&M. But you can use, like, I've used the gloss part of an e.l.f. lip stain. And you can use, like, any gloss you want to. This has a little bit of color to it, or you can just use a clear gloss, whatever you want to do. And then I'm just going to blot. This is like just a little bit of toilet paper. Just going to blot a little bit. Just to kind of blot on the corners. Then I'm going to take this lip gloss again and just dab a little bit more right in the middle. Alright, so this is our finished look. We've got our really natural but glossy kind of I'm not wearing lipstick kind of lips. And then we have our kind of thicker eyeliner is what that's called. We have a thicker eyeliner. So that is all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and hopefully I'll have another video up for you guys soon. Bye!